Well guys, it's about 11 o'clock, night before the first tournament of 2019, Lake Berryessa KBF trail event. Probably the second biggest tournament I've ever fished in my life, and I'm clueless. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. Had a couple days of pre-fish, or about a day and a half of pre-fish, and nothing. I have no areas that I want to fish. I haven't found fish. I don't know how many of you guys tournament fish, but this is the reality of it. You're going to have these tournaments where you're just completely lost. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed. I got to get up in a few hours. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. 4:57, tournament morning. Yeah, the plan is to make a run south, just launch from here, maximize my fishing time. Fish the one point that I marked some fish on yesterday, drag a jig, throw a drop shot, just pray for 5 fish. Honestly, I'm praying for 1 fish. I'm gonna probably continue to explore new water. Yesterday I covered 15 miles. and didn't find anything, but I'm gonna make some predictions. I always like to do this. Out of 150 guys, again, it is a 5 fish limit, 27 people, 27 out of the 150 get a 5 fish limit. 83.5 to make the top 5, and I think it's gonna take 90 inches to win first place here. Those are my predictions, so I like to have that kind of in my mind, so I know what I need to do throughout the day. But again, I'm just praying for a bite. This is the most unprepared I've ever been for a tournament. So we're just gonna see what happens today, but I will see you guys on the water. Waiting for that 6 o'clock, and we can get in our boats, and 6:15's first cast. Doesn't matter, I got like a 30-minute paddle on. Yeah, that last minute always takes so long. I swear to you. There we go. Let's try not to skunk. Alright guys, let's get into our first spot. It took me about 40 minutes. We are gonna fish slow, and we'll start by dragging a jig. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. That is crazy. That fish was so shallow. What? I'm like mind blown right now. Mainly because we didn't get the skunk. And also because that fish was like in 5 foot of water. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Guys, somehow we are on the board. Good old Z drop. Well, nothing else from that spot. But we got one on the board, which I will certainly take. First fish in like 12 hours. A little misty, a little overcast, little ripple on the water. They're shallow, or at least the one fish I did catch was shallow. To me, that says A-rig. If I could get a bite on this every 30 minutes, I would sling it the rest of the day. Whew. Smallmouth. Black and blue jig. Ow. Oh man, I hope they're loaded up on this point. Guys, I can't believe we have 2 fish. Never would have thunk. Man, that would be cool if they're loaded up on these humps out here. Well, I guess it pays to continue exploring new water. Old KAYAK football jig. Guys, this just might happen. That is a nice smallmouth. Oh, yes. Ah, nice one. All right, boys and girls. That is 3. 2 more for a limit. 2 smallmouth off of that one spot. Oh man, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Number 4, well, spot action. Multi-species day. We got the Grand Slam, we got the largie, we got the smallie, and we got the spot. Number 4, 1 more for a limit, guys. Crazy. I think it's safe to say that we're going to be fishing this spot for the rest of the day. There's obviously fish here and there's obviously some quality, so there is no reason to leave. Man, 1 more for the limit. Please, oh please. I will be in shock if I can get 5 today. My gosh. It's about, let's see, 11:40. We've got about 2 hours left to fish. We still need that 5th keeper. For whatever reason, the first and the last are always the hardest. Yes. Yes, we got a limit. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. We got a limit. So glad to see this fish. You have no idea, guys. 5 fish. Oh, can't believe it. Number 5. My favorite one of the day. I'm honestly in disbelief. I cannot believe we got a limit. I mean, we got kind of lucky and came across a group of fish, but man, I could not be more thrilled. Now I've got about an hour and a half time to upgrade. My thumb is getting work done and I can tell I'm oozing the blood out of it right now, but we're catching fish, so I really don't care. Nice cull fish. Weather's getting a little windy. I don't think it's supposed to be nasty, but it's like an hour from the launch. Yeah, we're gonna make our way back in case this weather changes. So the last thing we want is a late check-in and a DQ. Good man, how are you? Oh, look at that offshore hump. Boom, smallie. I got my limit there. That is going to wrap it up for the first tournament of 2019 at Lake Berryessa, and ended up in 10th place. And I will say this, I feel extremely fortunate to not only have, you know, been in 10th at the end of the day, but to just catch a limit. Probably one of the toughest weekends of fishing I've had in a while, especially for a tournament. Essentially found nothing in practice on Saturday. I skunked. I fished about 10 hours on Saturday and didn't get a single fish in the boat. So I knew tournament day was going to be rough, and it pretty much was rough. It started out rough. I couldn't find them. I couldn't get them to bite if I thought I saw them. I threw the Hail Mary. I looked at my Navionics app. I just you know, decided to cover new water, and I saw a hump offshore that I decided to fish with the jig. And that's pretty much where I filled out my limit. I got 5 bites off of it. Every single fish on that hump that I got bit on came in the boat. So I feel very fortunate to have got that 5 fish limit and end up where I was. And that is also why I love fishing, and especially tournament fishing, because fishing is always a puzzle. You know, you got to figure out where they are, you got to figure out what they want to eat. Sometimes it'll be a wide range of baits, sometimes it'll be a small range of baits. And for this particular tournament, extremely tough, but it seemed like not only with this tournament and 3 or 4 other tournaments this weekend, it was fishing in that 15 to 30 foot of water with small jigs, small profile jigs, small KAYAKs. I think people were still getting finesse bites, but I think they really were keying in on small profile jigs, and that's why I was able to catch those fish. But just to quickly go over my setup, I've talked about this setup in a previous video. This is actually my 1/2 ounce Rage Menace setup, but it makes for a good jig rod, especially a football jig rod. It's 7/6, so it's nice and long, medium heavy. I've got the Corrado K on there, 15-pound Seaguar in VisX fluorocarbon, and I've finally found a confidence football jig. It is that KAYAK M2 football jig, 1/2 ounce. I've got a little Rage chunk as a trailer. So that is the first tournament of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun one. It was fun just to get out there, see some new faces, some old faces, and I can't wait for the next one, which is actually in about a week and a half at Lake Shasta. That's the Hobie event. As always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.